Why you flossing? Keep it honest with you, you ain't really did shit. And that's real shit, time to hit the kill switch. We ain't settling a bunch of young rebels. This is history in the making, chasing after gold medal, gold Henny bottles, gold rings. And I need that Lambo, too bad bitches screaming out Mavii. Money ain't anything, addicted to lavish living. Right now it's the drought though. Performed at the union transfer, I sleep on the couch though. It's all good, the story's for MTV. Cousins in countries that live in poverty. Characteristics of a leader, follow me. I'm West Coast raised, so I'm taking all phase. Born in the East, where they grind in the streets, late nights, and success is the only thing in sight. Whoop! You know what it is, man, it's Mavii and we here on EbonyLavone.com. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's Ebony Lavone here with Mavii today. What's going on?
How you doing? How's everybody doing today?
Alright, so this is my first time interviewing you, and I heard you had a couple of really cool shows here in Philly.
Yes.
At Union Transfer and whatnot, where the crowd was going crazy. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Oh, that was cool. You know what? We got the opportunity to work with Ground Up. I don't know if you guys know them, 215. They're in the Philly scene.
Okay.
They've been working with like people like Revolt and things like that. So they've been making their moves and things. You know. They asked me and a friend of mine named Pushing Express to come on and perform for them. I'm an entertainer, so obviously I dance also, so just do a whole rap, sing, 9 yards and things like that. So that's just a little bit about where that was.
Alright, now since you just said that rap, sing, I want to get into it because I understand that your background actually came from being a trainer, like you were into fitness. So how did you get started in the entertainment industry?
Alright, well, long story short, like my pops, he has a fitness company. So I was touring for them like internationally for about 4 years prior to me doing like the whole taking this year off to just focus on the music.
Right.
But I've been doing music for 5 years. I started in college. So it's just, you know, a long short story like that. But I'm also like a martial artist. So the fitness is just kind of like a hobby thing. But yeah, as far as entertaining, I've been to, obviously when I toured internationally in different countries and things like that, I was in front of big crowds where it was 60,000, maybe 90,000. Et cetera. So, you know, as far as so I'm definitely, I would say that I'm an entertainer. I love to, you know what I mean?
Right, but how'd you really make that transition? Like when you were doing this fitness tours, were you like rapping at the same time?
Oh,
like,
okay. No. I hear you. Okay, nah. So this is how I started. When I was going to college, I met up with some guys, and they were doing music, and I started to learn like audio engineering.
Right.
And so that's kind of where it started at. My pops, he has like a background of singing, and so does my uncle. So I kind of just always had that like R&B for, you know, that love for that, for R&B and things like that. But for audio engineering, you gotta have like a fine ear.
Right.
So that's really my passion. Like I really follow people like Ryan Leslie, Pharrell, like, you know what I mean? It's really about the music, and that's why the project that I'm dropping is more so, if you really listen to it, it's all about production. It's all about, you know what I mean? Just, you really hear it and understanding it's a whole project. It's all around there, the music, the quality of everything, you know what I mean?
Right. So let's talk about the project. Let's talk about the sound. What were you going for as far as, because I know you said you don't like to be categorized in a certain genre. So let's talk a little bit about the sound for this upcoming project.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's actually like a deep bass, kind of like a electro, like R&B, electro, hip hop, kind of right there. But yeah, really, it's actually the story that it's telling is actually, you know, before I'm getting ready to go into the wild or onto my journey, as far as like, you know, in the, you know, just in the world, into the war or whatever's going on. I'm talking to my lady, and I'm letting her know, are you down to ride, or, you know, what we're getting ready to go through? I gotta know that you're gonna, you know what I mean, be there and hold it down.
Right.
Through the ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be like everything is like a 3-part trilogy. So you got your woman who holds it down. You got to make sure that your home is okay first, your home base.
Right.
Then you go out into the field, and that's where you're the underdog. And then what happens after that? You come out and you're on top. So really, this is just the beginning of it, and I'm just talking to my female, and then at the end is where it starts to transfer into the next project, where as far as we're the underdog, we telling you now, we finna take it over and just things like that. But I didn't want to come off like that, because that's everybody's, you know what I mean? Right. So.
Now I heard a couple, well I heard the project and then other records as well, and to me you have I'm not trying to categorize them, but it has like I said earlier, a Drake feel versus a Weekend feel, because you rap and you sing.
Yes.
So as far as that, like, tell me a little bit about that sound. Does that bother you when people, how do you feel when people compare it?
Well, that's definitely a blessing. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? I'm thankful for that. I can't help you know, what somebody's ears feel like. But at the end of the day, you know, I just want to be respected for just making great music, whether or not, because I might want to jump into alternative, I might want to jump into, you know, make something with somebody who does country. Like, I don't want you to really, you know,
right.
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just always want people to understand that you're never gonna know what you're gonna expect with mine. You know what I mean? Because I really have a passion for R&B, but you know, you can't help what a song makes you write. So
right.
you might start rapping or spitting some bars, and it just happens. You know what I mean?
So as far as your listeners, what do you hope that they get from the music that you're going to be putting out?
I always want them to understand there's going to be maturity. I always want them to look at the maturity. Because as an engineer, since I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, to see the progression. If you go back into my projects, like, you'll hear where the quality was at, and you'll hear where I was at, and you'll hear, you know what I mean, as I've grown and just, you know, becoming an adult, you know what I mean? So I just really want them to understand that. And also, I'm going to tell you about real stuff. I'm not going to try and, you know what I mean?
Rap about things you don't have.
I mean, you can talk about what you want to get.
Maybe what you aspire to have, but not like.
But you gotta really.
Because I listen, and it's not about like, it's not like shooting and stick them up. I hate that. Like,
everybody has people who do that, but
yeah.
you don't need to. That doesn't make you tough or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, let's talk about real things. There's really things going on in the world, and at the end of the day, when you pass, what image are you trying to, or what do you want people to remember you by?
Right.
And that's, if you really want real respect, what were you talking about?
Right.
So that's just
okay. So now let's talk about a little bit of the production side.
Right.
I know you said the guy who did the production was from France. Tell me a little bit about his sound and what you guys were going for.
Right. Okay.
Collaboration.
Well, this is the crazy thing about it, because I haven't even personally linked with him. Like, he had a project already, and he put it out, and he like told people, okay, to hop on it. So a producer that I know from Philadelphia gave it to me and told me to do it. So that's why the project sounds so complete, because he already, the beats and everything, the production was already accomplished. So all I had to do was record myself, write it, and then engineer it myself, and then.
Right.
So so that's why it sounds so complete. It just goes
it
straight
just
through. Right, exactly. It just
flows.
goes straight through. And another thing is, like, you have to really be a listener. I don't want you, you know what I mean? You can get somebody head to bop. And I don't like to do that, but I want you to really listen, because I'm really giving you a movie. There's really, you know what I mean? And every project you're gonna get from me, it's always gonna be a movie. I'm not just gonna put something there that you can't visually imagine if you close your eyes.